afternoon.
You talked about kind of raised expectation levels, which was natural to what you achieved last season. Are they reaching your level as a player of the team at the moment?
I think as a team and as a squad, we all respect that we can be much better. We're still looking to find our performance level, which apart probably from Tottenham we haven't quite been at, but it's something that I've got no doubt. We've been here before with the club when I first came in. There was a lot of games, a lot of new players coming in, and at that time it was a new manager. So and we eventually got to where we wanted to be. So I think it's one where it's a combination of continual work, hard work on the training field, working even harder, and looking to really ensure that we get the players and retain that confidence, because that's very important. So and obviously cutting out mistakes, because we've made mistakes in games, and we just need to make sure that under pressure, which you come under in games, that you think clearly.
With that experience though, what's the biggest challenge? Is it the number of players and integration, or is it the number of games which are coming thick and fast?
Well, we want the games, because I mean, if you've got the games, then you're hopefully being successful. So I think it's just, we get new players coming into the club. It's never easy, and even though that profile of player and the type of player that we bring in is very much suited to how we would work, there's still the expectation of playing for such a great club as Liverpool. So, and I think you add into that the players that are out injured, and those are the players that have been with us on the journey here for a couple of years. So you roll that all into one. It just, as I said, it makes it a wee bit unbalanced at the moment. But as I said, we will improve. There's no doubt about that, and that's something that will happen over the course of the season.
So tomorrow, a big opportunity to re-establish momentum ahead of a big week.
Yeah, I always said this is an important game for us. They're all big weeks at the moment. As I said, we coming off the back of a disappointing performance, and I think that's the key for me. I always have reiterated that since I've come in here. I worry about how we play, because I feel that when we play well, then normally we get the result, and we just have to go back to working and moving the ball. Importantly, how we've done in the last 18 months. But on top of that, being really aggressive with our defending, because we haven't defended as a team well enough. So, as I said, tomorrow night will be a tough game for us. Middlesbrough coming off the back of a good result, 1-4 out of their last 6 games, so they'll be confident, and they'll come to here and want to do well. So, but for us, it's really about getting through to the next round.
Really, you talked about bringing in players who know the way you play, suit the way you play. How much of a challenge has it been for you to bring in Mario Balotelli as your men's striker? Very, very different to the way that Luis Suarez played. How much of a challenge has that been for you? How much of a challenge has that been for his teammates to adapt to that?
No, I think it's not just Mario. It's the whole group. It's just a new dynamic in the group. It's, as I said, we lost Lou, who was a marvellous player, and we had to bring in a number of players because that's what the depth of the squad needed. We were very, very short last year, so there was a natural transition in the group, and of course when there is that transition, there are little bumps along the way. So, but Mario was one of a number of players that we brought in, and for them all, no matter how good the quality is, it's going to take a wee bit of time for them all to gel with the current players that are here. So, but that's something that I've seen happen here already, and it will happen again.
Mario's showing signs in that game of beginning perhaps to find his feet. Are you enjoying the challenge of managing him? Is he a player that's enjoyable to manage, or is he a tough player to manage?
I think every player's different. Every player's individual. I've really enjoyed working with him so far. He's a good guy. He wants to do well for the club, and he's shown me that he cares enough about the club to devote that time to him. So no, I don't. For me, he's not complicated. He's a football player who wants to do well in his life and his career, and if he continues to give everything and work tirelessly for the cause, then there'll always, as I said, be an opportunity here for him.
Brendan, when you've conceded a lot more goals than you would have liked so far this season, and there doesn't appear to be that much wrong with the defending structurally in terms of the way the team play, and when it's down to individual mistakes, they are more difficult to eradicate, aren't they? Because you're talking about working with individuals, and it's just what happens in gameplay. Nevertheless, it's proving very costly.
It is, yeah. You're absolutely right. We've obviously conceded 8 goals, and the majority of those could have been avoided. I think that sometimes it's people probably what you don't get is it's the pressure of playing for such a big club. You know, the weight of the jersey here is. I said it when I first came in. It's a heavy jersey for most players, so that takes time to come in, and then obviously you then once you adapt to playing for the Liverpool, then of course you become a little bit more clear in your thinking. So, but for us as a team, we need to, as I said, we need to be better. We started poorly in the game at the weekend. It was, you see the results over the course of the weekend. There's no easy games at this level. This league here, more than any league in European football, you will be tested physically and mentally at this level. And as I said, you have to be able to be ready to fight that. And as I said, we get caught out in those first 7 minutes of the game, got ourselves back in it, but ultimately it cost us. So that's something that we have to improve on, and we must be better at dealing with. But as I said, this group is a group to improve. It's a very young group as well. We don't have, too many really experienced players that have been coping at this level, at this club for so many years. So that adjustment takes a little bit of time. But certainly, as we make those adjustments, there's certainly other things that we can improve on.
I should imagine it's a game that Ricky Lambert's really looking forward to. We know what he can do in and outside the box. His record is almost unimpeachable the past few seasons. But if he can get up and running soon enough for Liverpool, that will be a big boost for him. Yeah, absolutely. We've been training very, very well. He'd obviously come in over pre-season, getting himself fit, played in a lot of the games. He's one of the only strikers that was there, but he got himself to a good level of fitness. And this will be a game that he will start in. So, as I said, he's come off the bench, made an impact for us. He's a wonderful player, great technician, and he makes it really, really difficult for defenders. So I know he's really looking forward to tomorrow night, and as I said, hopefully he can get a goal on his first start.
Your players haven't seen too many lows in recent years, and they've been so buoyant, haven't they? So how have they reacted to perhaps those 2 league results back to back?
Well, of course, you're not all smiles initially, because when you lose games, it's not a feeling that we've been used to a lot, especially in the last season or so. But you have to, refocus, and you have to move on. It's the nature of this level. The top end, you're going to have a lot of games, so you have to be able to recover quickly. Us as coaches and managers, we analyse the performance, and it's my job to ensure that the confidence is retained within the group. As I said, it hasn't been a great start by any means, but I've worked with the team enough, and I know the players and how they do respond. And like as I said, that honesty in the group and how hard they want to work, it gives me, as I said, great hope, because it is a long campaign. We've got a lot of games, and of course, like I said, we haven't made a great start by any means, but as I said, we'll improve, and I think I've said it before, and I've shown it in my time here that my team will get better in the second half of the season. But we need to concentrate on the game tomorrow night. That's important for us. We want to get through. We want to win a trophy this season. I said that early on in pre-season, and that's still a key objective for us. And obviously this competition gives you the opportunity to do that.
On an individual front, Fabio Borini, is he doing the right things to maybe secure a long-term future? We saw how Jordan Henderson, for example, sort of turned his Liverpool life around. Is Fabio doing the right things? Would you see him here longer term?
Well, I know Fabio very well from our days working when he was a youth team player at Chelsea, so I know a lot about his qualities. I think I've shown in my time here as a coach and a manager that there's always the opportunity if you deliver on the field and on the training field. So every player has that chance, has that opportunity every single day, and then when they get the opportunity to play. So obviously for Fabio, he'll want to score goals and create goals, because that's the job as a striker. And if he can do that, then that will always help the cause.
Brent, just get an update in terms of your injury news. Any of the players that were missing at the weekend likely to return at all?
Got a few, haven't we? We haven't got any of those guys returning. Obviously, Glenn Johnson probably still out. Obviously, Joe Allen and Emery Can aren't fit. Daniel Sturridge won't be fit. Apart from that, but obviously young John Flanagan's had his operation, so we just need to assess one or two. Jordan Henderson picked up a knock, so we need to assess where he's at, and young Philippe Coutinho is highly unlikely for tomorrow as well. So we've got a few injuries to cope with, but it'll always give a chance. There might be one or two of our younger players, that's doing very well in the academy, will get the chance to be in the squad, and that's my first look.
When Manquillo came off the first half, was that an injury issue? Or?
No, I hadn't spoke to him yesterday, just purely a tactical decision. The boy's, he's been fantastic since he's come in. But I felt that at 2-0 after 20 minutes we were struggling in the game, and I didn't want to wait to make a change, because my feeling was I could maybe get to 3 or 4. So we went to 3 centre halves, changed to 3-5-2, and just to give West Ham something else to think about. We got a goal, went to 2-1, but then just couldn't find the finishing touch to get anything else. So, but him, he's fine.